So the other day at the Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul press conference, a reporter disrespected Nick Diaz. The reporter's name is Derek, and he works for Jake Paul's company, Betr.
Guys, Derek from Betr Media here. My question's for Nate. Nate, I'm actually a boxer myself, and I've been trying to get into this undercard. I'm just wondering if you think I could fight your brother, Nick. If he's anything like you, I think I'd beat his f***ing ass.
Not very respectful from
brother, where you just gonna walk around the streets or some shit? You know, all my homeboys see you right now.
Yeah,
That was stupid, huh?
I'm definitely pretty nervous right now.
Yeah, that was stupid. What's your name?
I'm Derek from Betr Media.
Hey, Derek, Betr Media. Stupid ass You deserve your whip.
He works for my company. I'll handle that later. I'll fire him later. I'm sorry about that, Nate. Derek, shut up. Derek, shut up.
All right, sorry.
Here was Derek backstage after the press conference, in disguise so Nate and his homeboys couldn't find him.
Are you wearing the disguise now?
I am very much wearing a disguise. I'm taking the soonest flight out of Dallas.
The MMA community went off on this guy after this press conference. He posted this to his Instagram in response to the backlash.
All right, I would like to apologize for the question that I asked at the Jake Paul and Nate Diaz press conference. I would especially like to apologize to my boss, Jake Paul, and I would definitely want to apologize to Nate Diaz. Nate, please don't hurt me, but if you do, I definitely deserve it. Having said all of this, Nick Diaz, the contract's been sent, and Drake, I see you calling me out on your Instagram story saying I'm what's wrong with this generation. Well, if you got a problem, then see me in the goddamn ring, Drizzy.
Jamahal Hill plans to quote-unquote beat the dog shit out of Jiri Prochazka. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Jamahal said, "I'm hearing maybe August in Boston. Hopefully we get that in and get that contract soon. I'm not trying to wait past August. That's all I know. I don't want to wait past summer. Whether it's Jiri or whoever steps forward, I'm ready to get it in. Whoever steps forward, if Prochazka isn't ready, because right now no one else makes sense for real. Some guys are going to have to make some leaps or whatever to put themselves out and separate themselves from the pack. Whoever that is, that's who I'll take on." Jamahal and Jiri had a stare down recently. He continued, "It was smooth. It was cool. We were both there. They asked us to do a face-off and everything for anticipation, because I know that's going to be a great fight. That's going to be a great fight for the fans. He thinks he's ready, and I already know what it is. I'm ready to show that. I don't feel like it has to be a war. I feel like my skill level is vastly past that of his own. I feel like he's a very physical dude. He's strong. He's got some natural physical attributes, but the skill and the understanding on the level that I understand this shit, he's not there. I was just watching his fights the other day. He's not that guy. I can't wait to get him in there. I truly can't wait to get him in there so he can see what it's like. It's going to be funny. I'm going to beat the dog shit out of that man." Sean O'Malley warns Paddy Pimblett about his eating habits. As you guys know, Paddy is recovering from surgery on his ankle. Sean says that eating bad plus recovering from surgery and not being able to train is a recipe for depression. Sean then spoke on his own experience of recovering from an injury. Sean went on to say, "Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, you eat like shit, you're gonna be depressed. If you eat like shit and you can't work out because of your surgery, you're gonna be depressed. It's a recipe for depression, dude. You can't eat like shit and then obviously can't work out because you just had surgery. It's a bad recipe." He continued, "I would say that was some of the sharpest I was mentally. I was just super dialed in on. There was times, but I was dialed in on like that meditation and journaling and trying to eat good. I was doing physical therapy and stuff, but it's kind of a blur looking back. There was definitely times where I was not feeling great, but I was never depressed." Aljamain Sterling on his YouTube channel gives his take on how he matches up with Sean O'Malley stylistically. Aljo believes people are underestimating O'Malley.
And people are saying like, "Oh, you just want the easy fight." I go, the only part of Sean that's easy is once the takedown is completed. And even then it's still a big unknown. I need to just make sure I'm upright, not dipping my head down. I need to not reach and overextend. I need to make sure everything is tight. Maybe even coming in the way Henry does and seeing everything and trying to shell, and cut him off and get him to throw something that would be bad and having to slip. Like, I'm not trying to come up with my chin up in the air because I don't want to go down because now I can't really see his attacks coming from underneath. But I got to make sure I'm somewhat in this neutral ground where I'm not staying at the end of his punches, where I can still slip and still not run into a head kick, run into a front kick. Like, there's a lot of weapons that he has, and I'm very cognizant of this. Like people would think, oh, you're gonna just dog walk him. Like in theory, on paper, I should, but I also know that he also has the skill set to literally put me out. And I'm not trying to have that happen.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I come correct. That's the main
100%,
thing.
yeah.
I come correct, I think it'll be a good fight. Yeah. So that's my analysis on Sean O'Malley in that matchup. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I'm not sure where we're gonna do it yet. I know the UFC wants to do Boston. That's a quick turnaround. I'm already 165. This morning I was 165 and a half pounds, bro. And I only ate 2 waffles. I think after the swelling goes down, I can kind of get back into and ease into things, maybe start hitting some pads again, work on some strategical things, cleaning up the way I step in on my jab and not over commit and lift my leg where I'm telegraphing like, hey, I'm gonna jab you now. You know, I don't want to give that away when I'm fighting Sean. I'm not trying to do all that.
Wow.
Colby Covington eyes a future fight with Israel Adesanya and is confident that he dominates. Speaking to MMAfighting.com, Colby said, absolutely. I think that's a huge fight and it's a fight of high magnitude. I like the matchup, to be honest. I don't think he can hang with me. I think I take him down, I beat him from pillar to post, and I just break him inside that octagon. He can't hang with the cardio king. He's not ready for raw American steel and twisted sex appeal. I would love that fight. Champion versus champion, USA versus wherever he's from, New Zealand or whatever. Let's get this going. I don't think he wants to fight a high-level wrestler like me. Someone that can just keep up. Someone that can just keep up and be in his face the whole entire time, pressuring him. I'm not just going to shoot 1 takedown. I'm going to shoot 5,000 takedowns and be in your face and break you. If that's what the UFC wants to do, I'm here. I'm a company man. I'm a businessman, so I care about the company and whatever the company wants to do. I want to do the biggest and best business for the company, the UFC, the greatest organization in the world. Colby also had a video message for Leon Edwards. He posted this to his Instagram last night. He wrote a message from America's champ to the people of the United Kingdom.
On my way back home in the chopper, just played 18 holes at Trump International West Palm Beach with my good friend Michael Wall, and I heard the news, so I just wanted to take a moment out of my busy schedule to apologize to the fans of the UK. The fan base over there is incredible, and the UFC and I were ready to pull out all the stops to bring the biggest card the UK has ever seen in the O2 this summer. Leon Scott is the one person who thinks the UK fans aren't worthy and deserve a fight night instead of a pay-per-view? What an asshole. I vow to right this wrong and defend my world title in a blockbuster pay-per-view in the UK. God bless you all. Where's my golf club?
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's in reference to Robbie Lawler retiring after his next fight. It's from Real Straddle Poker. It says, Robbie Lawler's last fight after being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Classy way to go out. There will never be a fighter like him. The second one's from EverDawn777. It says, Dana at his dad's 87th birthday party. I tell you, this kid's great. I discovered this kid when he was 35. I was just a baby, but I knew even back then that this kid was going places. And the final one's from Anthony. Says Tony's the kind of guy that refuses a sobriety test even if he's sober. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.